The story of the Zulu Kingdom is one of resilience, power, transformation, and cultural pride. From humble beginnings in the southeastern corner of Africa to one of the most formidable African kingdoms of the 19th century, the Zulu Kingdom left a lasting legacy that still echoes today. Our journey begins in the early 18th century, in what is now KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. At this time, the region was inhabited by numerous Nguni-speaking chiefdoms. These communities practiced subsistence farming and cattle herding, living in small scattered homesteads. Life revolved around kinship, cattle, and the seasonal cycles of the land. Among these groups was a small clan known as the Zulu, named after their founder, Zulu Kingdom. The Zulu were one of many minor clans under the larger Mthethwa Confederation, ruled by Chief Cetshwayo. It was under Cetshwayo's mentorship that a young warrior named Shaka would rise to prominence. Shaka, the illegitimate son of Senzangakona, a Zulu chief, was raised in adversity. His early life was marked by humiliation and rejection, which shaped his fierce ambition and military ingenuity. In the early 19th century, following his father's death and with the support of Cetshwayo, Shaka assumed leadership of the Zulu. What followed was a revolution. Shaka restructured the Zulu military, introducing the short-stabbing spear called the Ikalwa and a rigorous form of military training. He organized warriors into age-based regiments and perfected the buffalo horns formation, an envelopment tactic that would become legendary. Between 1816 and 1828, Shaka led a series of conquests, absorbing neighboring clans and creating a centralized, powerful Zulu state. His rule ushered in the Mfecane, or the crushing, a period of widespread chaos and displacement across southern Africa as rival groups fled or were absorbed by the Zulu war machine. Shaka's leadership was both admired and feared. He demanded absolute loyalty and showed little tolerance for dissent. His internal reforms brought efficiency, but also brutality. In 1828, Shaka was assassinated by his half-brothers, Dingane and Mlangana, possibly due to his increasingly autocratic rule. Dingane took power and faced immediate challenges. The Zulu Kingdom was expanding, but new threats were on the horizon, particularly European settlers known as the Voortrekkers. These Afrikaner pioneers were moving inland to escape British colonial rule and sought land in Zulu territory. Tensions escalated when Dingane initially welcomed the Voortrekker leader Piet Retief, but later had him and his party executed, fearing betrayal. This led to the pivotal Battle of Blood River in 1838, where Zulu warriors clashed with heavily armed Voortrekkers. Despite their courage and numbers, the Zulu were overwhelmed by superior firepower, and the battle marked a symbolic blow to Zulu dominance. Dingane's power waned, and he was eventually overthrown by his brother Mpande, who allied with the Voortrekkers to claim leadership. Mpande ruled for several decades, favoring diplomacy and maintaining a degree of peace while preserving Zulu autonomy. When Mpande died, his son Cetshwayo assumed the throne in 1873. Cetshwayo sought to revive Zulu strength and independence, but the kingdom now faced an even greater threat, the British Empire. In 1879, the Anglo-Zulu War erupted. The British sought to annex Zulu territory under the pretense of suppressing barbarism and bringing civilization. Cetshwayo, unwilling to submit, prepared his forces for war. At the Battle of Isandlwana, the Zulu delivered a stunning defeat to the British, killing over 1,300 soldiers in one of the British Empire's worst colonial defeats. This victory shocked the world and showed that a disciplined indigenous army could repel a modern European force. However, the triumph was short-lived. The British retaliated with reinforcements and superior weaponry. After several battles, the Zulu were finally defeated at the Battle of Ulundi in July 1879. Cetshwayo was captured and exiled, and the Zulu Kingdom was broken into fragmented chiefdoms under British control. Though Cetshwayo returned briefly in 1883, the unity and power of the Zulu Kingdom had been fatally weakened. Internal rivalries and colonial manipulation prevented any resurgence. Despite its fall, the legacy of the Zulu Kingdom endures. Its Military innovations, cultural richness, and fierce independence are celebrated in South African history and beyond. The Zulu language remains widely spoken, and Shaka Zulu is remembered as a symbol of African strength and statecraft. Today, the spirit of the Zulu people lives on. Their story is one of survival through conflict, cultural pride in the face of colonization, and the enduring legacy of one of Africa's most remarkable kingdoms.